Okay guys, so today we are going to build together a car rental website from scratch, step by step, start to finish, all the way together, and you're going to end up with a beautiful website like the one here behind me. So you'll have a beautiful hero section with a nice heading and then a direct call to action right here. So if you click on this, you can rent a car automatically and immediately. And if we scroll down, as you can see, you can request a custom quote as well. We have description of our fleet, few more pictures, and here another call to action to rent a car. You can display your most popular cars as well, family sedan, family SUV, pickup truck, etc. And you can rent any of those cars immediately by clicking on a button here. A little bit about yourself, why they should choose you, your locations, and if you click on this magic button here, this is going to bring you to the booking system, so you can select your pickup date, the time, return date, the time, a pickup location, the type of vehicle you want, check availability, and you'll be presented with different options. So you can select, for instance, a sports car, a family sedan, a pickup truck, a family SUV. So if you wanted to go with a family SUV, click book now, enter in your details, continue to payment, and that's it. Done and dusted. Okay guys, I just wanted to mention, if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to post that in the comment section. I'll endeavor to reply to everyone. Don't be shy, just go ahead, please ask me any question you want. I will answer you, I promise you. So that's all, so let's get started. Okay, so as always, we're going to start by taking care of our hosting and domain name registration, and for this we're going to go to my website, Mr. Web Reviews, and you can either type /hosting at the end of the web address, so mrwebreviews.com/hosting, or you can use the hosting tab here in the menu section. You can either click that as well, or you can click on the very first link in the description below. Either of those three different methods will bring you to the same place regardless. So let's click on hosting now. There you go, and this is bringing us to a new website from Hostinger. So Hostinger is the hosting company that we are going to use for this project, and the reason being is that I've negotiated with them special terms, special conditions for you guys. And as you can see here, this is a co-branded page that I have with them, which gives you access to up to 80% discount. That's right, up to 80% discount. And I'm also going to give you an additional coupon code, Mr. Web Reviews, which will give you access to an additional 5% discount at checkout. So all together, very exciting and absolutely outstanding condition offered there from Hostinger themselves. So very good indeed. So why Hostinger? Well, it's very simple. I've gone through quite a few different hosting companies throughout my professional life as a web designer, and I have to say Hostinger, they are a perfect combination because they provide excellent price range. They're very competitive on price, that's a fact, and they also offer excellent support and quality of service, which is the ideal combination when you're looking for a hosting company, of course. So I've gone through a few different service providers regarding hosting and all of that, and obviously price is a big factor here, because as you will see in a few moments, their prices is just outstanding, and you get also extra discount on top. So let's have a quick look now. So if you scroll down, you can see we have the choice among three different packages. So we have the single, the premium, and the business. So the premium shared hosting is the most popular one for a very good reason, and I'll show you why in a few moments. So as you can see, their packages start at $0.99 per month, so 99 cents a month, that's all. That's the starting point, up to $3.99 per month. So as you can see, you can save up to 90% on this plan, 80% on this one, and up to 75% on this one. So let's see a bit about the different features now. What's the difference between those three different plans? So the single one, as you can glean from its name, it's only for one website. So if you're planning to create and host more than one website, this plan is definitely not for you. Now, if you're just trying things out and you want to maybe test the water, it's your first time designing a website, this is absolutely perfect. This is fine, no problem. Now, another advantages you have with the premium one compared to the single one is that the premium one gives you access to unlimited amount of email addresses. Whereas here, you can only have one email address. So that means that whatever domain name you're going to register, so let's say yourdomainname.com, you can only have info@yourdomainname.com or sales@yourdomainname.com or your name at yourdomainname.com. Whereas here, if you get the premium one, you can create as many email addresses as you want. You can have info@, sales@, artwork@, services@, returns@, your name@, sales@. So whichever it is, you can create as many email addresses as you want. So if you have staffs and maybe a group of people working for you, you might need more than one email address, then the premium one is a better choice. So all of these plans come with free SSL certificate. So what's an SSL certificate? So basically is the padlock here next to your web address. And this indicates that your website is safe and secure to share information with and on. So basically, especially if you are processing payments online, for instance, so this is very, very important indeed. Now, the single one doesn't get a free domain. You don't get the free domain with it, which is valued at $8.99, and you don't get Google Ads credit either. So altogether, it's easy to understand why this plan is the most advantageous. And for that reason alone, we're going to select this one for this project. So let's go ahead with this now. So let's click Select. Okay, and from here, we have to select our billing cycle. So as you can see here, we can select among 4 different options. So we have 1 month, we have 12 months, 24 months, and 48 months. So 1 month, 1 year, 2 years, and 4 years. Right, so as you can see, the longer the billing cycle, the more you can save. So you can save from 45% up to 80%. So the longer the billing cycle, the more savings you can get. So let's say for the 1 month, if you just want to try things out and say, okay, I'm going to pay as you go, I'll go on a monthly basis, fair enough. So it will cost you $10.99 for your month per month. But it will also cost you $4.99 setup fee. So your first month with them would cost you $10.99 plus $14.99 setup fee plus taxes, total $19.66. So that's almost $20 for 1 month. So bear this in mind. Now we go for 12 months. So 12 months, very simply, $5.99 per month. You save up to 45%. So this is bringing you to a total of $71.88. So let's go and have a quick review here. So it would normally cost you $131.88. You save 45%, which is $60 plus taxes, total $88.41. Okay, so this is $71.88 before taxes. So $71.88, if you were to double that for 2 years, it would bring you to an amount of about $140. So let's say 70 times 2, $140. So you would expect to pay $140 for 2 years, right? Look at this, it's only $90.96. So basically here we go from 70 to 90. So it's about $20 extra only for a second year, for the second year. So the second year will only cost you an additional $20. Now, if we were to say to click 48 months, so let's say we have 90 times 2 would normally cost $180 for twice the amount, twice the period. So 90 times 2, 24 months, we're going to 48 months. So how much is that? 105. Look at that. So we go from 90 to 105. So an extra 2 years would only cost you $15 extra. Let me show you the review here. So the normal cost would be for 4 years, $527, and you get a discount of 80%, which is a discount of $422. This is insane. Obviously, they add taxes on top, so total cost $129.30. So this is just mind-blowing, to be honest, Now, for the sake of our tutorial here, I'm just going to select 12 months, so 1 year, and we'll go ahead with this. So after this, you select the payment. So you can pay by credit card, by PayPal, by coin payments. So coin payments is all these virtual currencies like Ethereum and Bitcoin, all of them. And then you have Google Pay as well. So this is our order review, $131.88 minus $60 of discounts, 45%, plus taxes, $88.41. Now, here's the kicker. Wait for it. I'm going to give you a coupon code. So right here, you click on this and you type in Mr. Web Reviews, all in capital letters, just like I did there. And then you click the plus sign, plus, so 88.41 down to 82.21. So this gives you an access to an additional 5% discount. So in total, you're saving 49% on this plan. So basically, it's costing you half what it would normally cost, so it's half the price basically. And just after this, all you have to do is submit secure payment, and we're almost done here for our hosting. There you go. So we now redirected to the PayPal payment platform because this is what I selected. So if you selected credit card, you'll be redirected to a different page. Or if you selected virtual payment, virtual currencies is the same. So regardless of the payment method, after this, just go through the checkout process. And once you've gone through the checkout process, you'll receive a couple of emails from Hostinger, confirmation emails, and one of them will contain a link back to your admin panel. So from here, basically, you'll click on the login button here. Just log in. And there you go. So we now have access to our admin panel from the Hostinger platform. And the first thing we're going to do is to claim our free domain. As you can see here on number 1 position here, we have claim your free domain. So this is what we're going to do. So what is a domain name? So basically every website has a domain name like google.com, amazon.com, mrwebreviews.com, netflix.com, any of them. When you type in that domain name, it will bring you to the website itself. So this is what you need. You need a domain name basically to make your website accessible to the public. So let's click on claim domain. So from here, this is where we're going to register our domain name. As you can see, enter domain name. And you can select among different extensions as well. So we have .com, we have .store, .space, .host, .info, .net. So a large variety, a large selection of domain name extensions. Now, .com is the most popular one, obviously, and when it comes down to business, it's probably also the most trustworthy one as well, because it's the most recognized one worldwide, obviously, you know. So if you were to register your domain name, what you have to do basically is enter your domain name right here. So let's say you run a rental company based in London. So you might type in London car rental. So make it very easy for customers to understand what it is that you do, and using specific keywords in your domain name, it's also crucially important, and it will also obviously make it easier for people to understand what is it that you do. So londoncarrental.com. Then after this, all you have to do is basically click claim domain. If the domain name is available, then you'll go through the whole checkout process. It'll be registered automatically. Not checkout, sorry, because it's free anyways, this including the package. The subscription will be completed automatically. But if it's not available, you'll see a message in red that will say, sorry, this domain name, it's already taken. So what can you do? Well, you can look for a different variation of the same domain. So car rental, London. Maybe you can try the other way around. Or maybe you can try Central London car rental. You know, you can try different variation, obviously. So let's say London car rental, claim domain. If it's available, the subscription will be automatically activated, and then you can go to the next step. And now that we have our domain name registered, let's take care of setting up our hosting. So as you can see, we have a setup section here, and underneath it, the name of our hosting. So this is our hosting package. I have two of them here because I have several hosting packages with them, but you only have one. So it will look like this. And basically you can click either on premium shared hosting or the setup button here. So either way is fine. So let's click on setup. And as you can see, we have a welcome message here. Welcome to Hostinger. Hello. Follow the guided setup and your website will be live in a few minutes. So let's click Start Now. And in here, you have to select your domain name. So we just registered the domain name. So London Car Rental, for instance. So you have to select your domain name. If it doesn't show up, just click the drop-down menu and select your domain name. But normally it should be populated automatically. You should see here immediately London Car Rental immediately. It should show there immediately, you know. And then you click select. So which way do you want to go? Build a new website or migrate my website? Neither of them actually. We're going to select this option here at the bottom that says skip. I will start from scratch because this is what we're going to do. We're going to start from scratch. So let's finish setting up. So this is the last step. So you have the details here that lets you know that your hosting is based in the Netherlands for Europe. And then you click finish setup and we're done for this section now. And then our last step is just to scroll down. Now that your hosting is set up, you will have a new section that will show up like here that says hosting with your domain name right there. So normally I have mrwebreviewstutorials.com here, but yours will show londoncarrental.com or basically yourdomainname.com. So click on this now. And now we're going to set up our different settings for our hosting. So we're going to set up an email address and we're going to install WordPress now. So this is our Hpanel. So basically from here, these are all the settings, all the features that you can tweak around your hosting. So as you can see, we have WordPress, we have order, we have accounts, emails, domains, website, files, databases, advanced, and other. So it might seem a bit overwhelming with all of this, but don't worry, we're only going to use 2 of these features. So the first one, let's set up an email address. So we have the email tab right here. Underneath it, you have email accounts. So this is the one you're going to click on. There you go. And right here, we're going to put the email address that we want to register. So what's your email address that you want to register? So you have something at yourdomainname.com. So it could be info at, or your name at, or services at, hello at. So let's go with maybe services, accounts maybe. Accounts at, and then you're going to type in a password right here. Just like that. And then you can create. That's all. Click create. There you go. And just like that, we have a new email address created in just a few seconds. So as you can see, we have info at and we have accounts at. So I'm not going to use the accounts at, so I'm just going to delete this for now. So confirm delete. As you can see, we get the message that says the email was deleted. Okay, so this is for our email section. Now, let's install WordPress on our hosting. So for this, we're going to go into the left-hand side menu section. We're going to click on website. And we're going to click on auto installer now. So this one here. Close this. So as you can see, I already have a few websites installed. So we're going to click on this section here that says WordPress. So click on select. And the first thing we want to do is to enable the SSL certificate. And for this, we have to click on this drop-down menu here and select HTTPS. So basically, HTTPS is for secure access to your website. And then we have Mr. Web Reviews Tutorial. And you want to leave this field blank. I know you can see WordPress, but it's grayed out a bit, so this is empty. If you start typing anything, as you can see, we'll have a subdirectory. But you want to make sure that that field is empty. Okay, so we need to create an admin username. So I'm just going to put Mr. Web Reviews. You're going to create an admin password. Just type it in there. So right here, normally this should be automatically populated from your account. But in case if it's not there, type in your email address. And then we have the website title. See here, I'm going to type in maybe London Car Rental Company Limited. Let's say maybe this is the name of the company. And everything else you can leave as is. Don't touch any of those settings. Just leave everything blank. And all you have to do now is tick this option here. Always update to the latest available version. So this will make it your website absolutely 100% secure, and all the latest updates will be installed automatically for you, which is absolutely perfect. And then after this, all we have to do, in just one click, we're going to install WordPress by just clicking install. So now this is going to take a few moments, maybe a minute, minute and a half. So don't worry, depending on how fast your internet connection is. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pause the video here and I'll meet you guys again when it's completed. Okay, and once your installation is completed, you'll be redirected to this screen. So there won't be any message letting you know the installation is completed. You'll just be redirected to this screen. So when you go back to this screen, it means it's done and dusted. So after this, we have to access our WordPress dashboard. So for this, we go into dashboard here, click on dashboard, click on dashboard once more. There you go. And once you're here, just make sure that this button is green. That means that you force the HTTPS. Again, it's related to the SSL certificate. So if it's grayed out like this, it might be grayed out. All you have to do is just click on it and make sure it turns green. You know, once it's green, that means it's okay. And all we have to do basically to access our WordPress dashboard is click Edit Website. So let's click on this now. And we'll be redirected to our WordPress dashboard now. So welcome to our WordPress dashboard. So as you can see here, we have two different sections. We have a menu section on the left-hand side, and then we have the dashboard on the right-hand side. So basically, how does it work? Well, if you click on any of those features here, any of those tabs, as you can see, these are all our posts, these are all our media, all our pages, all our comments. Appearance got to do with our theme and basically how our website looks like. Our plugins are additional pieces of software that are installed that enhances the WordPress experience basically. And we have tools, settings, etc., etc. So basically, this is how it works. So the first thing we're going to do is take care of our settings and make a bit of a cleanup, basically to take care of our plugins, etc. So first we go into our settings. There you go. So general settings, basically. So we start with our site title. So as you can see, I put here London Car Rental Company Limited, but obviously you're going to put there the name of your business, the name of your website, or your own personal name, whichever you prefer to use. So you're going to put it here. And this is our tagline. So basically here, the tagline, it's a short sentence, a USP, a slogan, something that will tell your visitors what your website is all about. So if your website is not optimized for SEO, very often that tagline will be taken and reused several times in the search results, in Google search results. So it's very crucially important that you have it right. So we have the name here, London Car Rental Company Limited, and then we can put here car rental company based in central London. And then maybe large selection to choose from, and maybe keen prices, exclamation mark. There you go. Keep it simple but straight to the point, and try to say exactly what it is that you do. And then if you scroll down, click save. So save changes. Okay, and then we go into permalinks now. Just click on this permalinks and make sure that you select post name. So click on this one here. So what is this exactly? Basically, when you have your domain name / and then the page URL, the slug basically. For instance, if you have the About Us page, it will be your domain name / about-us. And this is super easy and super efficient as well for both your visitors and for search engine purposes as well, for ranking. So the clearer it is, the better. So these are SEO friendly URLs as it's called. So make sure it is post name, and then click change, save changes. So that's it for our general settings. We all sorted already. So now we're going to take care of our plugins. So we go to the plugins section. And as you can see, by default, we have a few plugins that are installed already. So what we're going to do basically is tick this, bulk select, and then this deactivate I'm going to deactivate all of them, apply. And now we're going to do the same again, bulk select, and we're going to untick this one, light speed, and that's all. That's basically all we need. We're going to keep that one, and we're going to select delete. So we're going to delete all the others. We don't need them at all together. Delete all of them. There you go. So they're all deleted now. So if you want to make sure, just refresh the page. And as you can see, we're only one plugin left, which is the Lightspeed Cache. So the Lightspeed Cache is for high performance caching. Basically, it's super efficient. It will increase the loading page of your website. But as we work on our website, while your website is under construction, it is not advisable to have it on. So let's keep it disabled for now. Now we're going to install a few plugins. So the first one we're going to install is a maintenance mode. So what is a maintenance mode? So basically, while you're working on your website, while it's under construction, you don't want anyone from the outside world to come onto your website and see your website that's not fully finished, with broken down pages, etc. You know, as you're working on it, obviously it's not neat, it's not tidy, so you don't want the public to be able to access it. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to install a maintenance mode plugin. So we click on add new, and in the search box here, you're just going to type in maintenance, just like that. And we're going to select the very first one here from Web Factory Limited. So click on install. As you can see, 600,000 plus active installations. So very reliable and very efficient as well. So click install now. There you go, nearly there. And all we have to do now is click activate. There you go. So as you can see here, this one is installed and fully activated. So let me show you exactly what I mean by maintenance mode. So if you go into maintenance here, you can see the maintenance mode is on actually at the moment. So if I right click here and open our website, I'm actually able to access it. As you can see, it's very basic at the moment, but don't worry about that. So this is our website. So I can access it because I am logged in the backend as an admin. So if you're logged in as a user, you'll be fine. You can see it. But let me show you, if I open that in an incognito page and open it as anyone would from the outside world, this is what they'll see. This is the page they will meet. So they will see London Car Rental Company Limited, maintenance mode is on, site will be available soon. Thank you for your patience. So this is basically what anyone will see except you as admin. So this is what a maintenance mode is. Now we're going to install another plugin. So let's go back to plugins. We're going to add new, and we're going to install our car rental plugin. So this one here in the search box, you're going to type in EA Sync. So EA Sync, just like this, okay? So this is the one here, and as you can see, it's from the Synaptics company, and you're going to click install. Okay, and all we have to do now is to click activate. There you go. So this is all done now. So let me show you again what our website looks like. So as you can see, it's very basic, so not really appealing at all. So let's install a new theme. So a theme, basically, it's an additional feature that's added to your website that would allow us to change and customize the layout and the general look of your website. So we go into appearance and I'm going to click on themes. And as you can see, the one that's activated at the moment is 2021, which is the one that's right here. So again, very basic indeed. So you're going to click on add new. And the theme we're going to install here again is free. All the features we're going to use are free. And right here, you're going to type in Neve, just like that, N-E-V-E. And this is the very first one here. So all we do now is just click install. So basically, if you hover on top, the install button will display then. Just click on it. Okay, so nearly there. And all we have to do now is to activate it. There you go. So congratulations, Neve is now installed and ready to use. We've assembled some links for you to get started. So this theme comes with many starter templates. So basically, starter templates are pre-built templates that you can use, which will save you a ton of time and a lot of hours saved, of course. So all we have to do basically is try one of our ready-to-use starter sites. So click on this now. There you go. So in order to be able to import any starter site for Never, you would need to have the Cloud Templates and Patterns Collection plugin active. So we need to install and activate that plugin. So let's go ahead with this. As you can see, it is installing. And there you go. So that's all done. So we can select among a few different page builders. So page builder, basically, it's an easy way for us to create pages, to tweak them around, customize them, to change the layout and even sections and elements on it using a drag and drop feature usually. So there are different options. You have Gutenberg. So Gutenberg basically is the one that's built into WordPress. We have Breezy, Beaver Builder, Divi, and Thrive Architects. All these are excellent page builders indeed. The Divi one and Thrive Architects are pro versions, so you'll have to pay for this. Luckily enough, we have an equivalent to this that's as good and as excellent as this one, which is Elementor, and Elementor is 100% free for all the features we're going to use for this website. So what we're going to do is click Elementor, and we're going to look for a theme, a template basically that we can use for our project here. So we're going to narrow this down. So if you scroll down, as you can see, we have all these different templates we can choose from. So we need to find one that would fit our requirements, something that we can use basically to build our car rental website. So as you can see, some of them have a premium tag. So for these, you'll have to pay to get these, but we can use any of the free ones regardless. So if you want just to narrow it down to the free ones, we can go back to the top and we're going to click on this on the drop-down menu and select free. There you go. Now all the pre-built templates now that are displayed on screen are free to use. So let's go through all of these and find one that's actually suitable for our project here. Okay, so I'm going to save you a bit of time. I've gone through all the different templates here, and if there's one that caught my eye really is this one here. I'm going to show you very quickly. So it's the doctor's one. So let's have a quick preview. So you might wonder, why would you use a template that's for doctors? Well, this one actually, apart from the pictures, if you change the background picture here, and those pictures here that related to ophthalmology and doctors, etc., if you remove this, it's a very neat layout and very simple to tweak around. So if you were to put a picture of a car here, of a fleet of cars, and here instead of book an appointment, we have see our cars or book a car right now or something like this. So it's very, very easy for us to tweak this around, make it our own, and make it look like a car rental website. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to import. We're happy enough with this, so let's go ahead. So let's click import. And as you can see, it's very easy. It's advising you on all the steps, basically, you know. So import the entire site, including customizer options, pages, content, and plugins. Absolutely, we want to import everything. So import entire site. And as you can see, it's doing its thing now. It's installing the plugins, and then it will import the content, import the customizer settings, and the widgets as well. So this is going to take a few moments, maybe a minute, minute and a half. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pause the video here and I'll meet you guys again when it's completed. All right, so all done. So that took about a minute or so, you know. So we can have a quick look at our website now. So just click on View Website. There you go. So this is what our website looks like. So as mentioned before, we can easily tweak this around, change this and change the pictures and make it our own. But it's a nice starting point indeed, because it looks very clean indeed. As you can see, it's very neat, very professional. And if we add just a few pictures of cars, it will look absolutely fine. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. So we can close this now. So there you go. Okay, first let's tweak our home page. So let's go and change those pictures here so we get a feel of what it could look like. So we're going to put pictures of cars right here. One here. I'm going to change this one as well, and this background picture here. And then we have a better feel of what our website could look like. So let's go and do this. So for that, we go into Pages, All Pages. And as you can see, this is the list of our pages. So the home page is right here. And if you hover on top, you have different options. You can edit, quick edit, trash, view, and edit with Elementor. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to edit this with Elementor. So right click on this, open in a new tab. So this way we'll have our 3 tabs clear. It's easy to go from one to the other. So this is what it looks like on the front end. This is our Elementor page, and this is our backend admin panel. So let's go to Elementor. So how does Elementor work? So it's very easy. On the left-hand side, you have all the elements. These are all the things you can import and put into your page. And all you have to do basically is to drag and drop it. So if you wanted to drop this here, just leave it, and there you go. You added a new heading. So let me delete this now quickly. Delete. So basically, all your pages are made the same way. So basically, you have sections like this. So when you see a plus and an X, this is a section. If I scroll down again, you can see it's displaying another section here. And this one, this is another section, and so on. So you have all different sections. So you have sections, and every section is made out of columns. So as you can see, you have 1, 2, 3 columns here. So if I click on this, you can see now it says column. And if I click on this, it says section. So section, columns, and each column is made out of different elements. So if I click on this, you can see this is a heading. If I click on this, this is a text editor. If I click on this one here, for instance, click on that, this is a button. Okay, so all these elements, this is how it works. So basically sections, columns, elements. Right. So we're going to change our background picture here. So for this, we're going to click on the section itself, edit section. We're going to go into style. And as you can see, that's where our picture is located. So now we're going to change this and put a picture with cars, obviously, you know. So click on this. And then from here, we're going to upload our file. So select files. And you want to make sure that your picture is large enough, so at least 1920 by 1080, so 1080p basically, high resolution. So I went ahead and found a few online, so I'm just going to try maybe this one or this one, or I'll go with this one maybe. Okay, open. Let's have a test. And then insert media. There you go. Now as you can see, we have a picture of cars, which is more relevant to our industry, obviously, you know. So now as you can see, the heading here doesn't stand out very much, so maybe we can darken a bit that picture. So we're going to add a background overlay right here, and as you can see, we already have a color and we have the opacity here, so we're going to increase that a little bit. So it's 0.4 at the moment, so let's increase it a little bit, a tad, just to increase the contrast between the text and the image. And it's still clear what we do anyways, you know. So 0.62, 0.60 maybe. That would be absolutely just fine. And then we can change our heading here. So as we said, we are a car rental company based in London. So let's put this here. So car rental based in, let's say, central London. So very easy for your customers and visitors to know exactly what it is that you do. So they'll see London car rental based in central London. Very easy, isn't it? Now let's go and change our other pictures here. So we have this one. So to change that picture here, all you have to do is click on the small pencil here, the blue pencil. And there you go. And we can choose a new image. So let's upload a new picture. Again, click on this, upload file, select files. And we're going to select a new one. Maybe this one here. And then open. Insert media. There you go. And immediately, as you can see, we have a different feel on our website. It's absolutely totally different now, as you can see, you know. So there you go, a picture here. And we're going to change even this one as well in the background. So let's click on this. Again, edit section, style, and we're going to select our new picture. So upload files, select files, and I found this one here, which is pretty cute and nice, which would suit perfectly. Okay. And then insert. There you go. So now if we update this, update, And let's go back to our website. So this is what the template looked like initially. So it was for doctors and on a doctor's practice. So let's refresh. So as you can see, it's nothing to do with cars, obviously, Now if we refresh, there you go. Now it looks absolutely great. As you can see, car rental based in central London. You can see a fleet of cars. And then if you scroll down, we have more pictures of cars. And here again, so this is absolutely fine. Now it is relevant to our industry. So what we can do now is change our settings here as well, but we'll take care of this later. I wanted to show you and give you a feel of what it's going to look like. Okay, now let's take care of our car rental plugin. We're going to set this up. We're going to create a few car listings and all that. And then we're going to import that on our front page. And we're going to change this book an appointment with rent a car. So let's do this now. And for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard. And you can see here EA Sync Booking. And you're going to click on Settings. So this is our first step. And you want to activate the car rental. So basically, this plugin works for different types of booking. Could be hotel booking, restaurant booking, or car rental. And since our website is a car rental, we're going to enable this. So just click on this. So now it's asking you, are you sure? Yes, I want to change this. So change. And as you can see, our car rental is now on. So it is enabled. So we have a different option now to take care of. So we're going to click on this now, car rental. And as you can see, we have a drop-down menu with all these different options. So first, we need to set up the pickup locations. So let's click on this and we can add a new location. So we're based in central London. So we're going to add a few different locations. So let's add maybe 3 or 4. Let's say Reading. Okay. What can we add? We can add Chelmsford. Chelmsford, yeah. What can we add again? Maybe Croydon. Okay. And then maybe another one. Southend. There you go. That'll do us fine for now. So let's have 4 pickup locations. And then we have car types. So maybe we have SUV. We can have a sedan. We could have maybe pickup truck. And maybe a sports car. Okay, so we have 4 car types now. And then we have car models as well. So click on this now. I don't know any car models, so I'm just going to put Model 1. Okay, Model 2. And then Model X maybe, just like that. Feel free to put the exact model here. So then we have thank you page. So we're going to use everything by default at the moment. So just leave everything as is, default, etc. And that's it. We're all set for this. And then we need to set up our payment method. So this is using PayPal, as you can see. And this is where we're going to set up our PayPal settings. So you need to have a PayPal merchant account set up first. You need a PayPal account, obviously, to fetch the merchant ID. So in the sandbox field, in the production field, you need to input your customer key, basically, okay? So here, how can we get the information that goes in there? So for this, we're going to go to developer.paypal.com. So let me zoom in very quickly. So like this, developer.paypal.com. And you will have to log in into your account using the same credentials as your PayPal account. And then once you get here, you click on your name, click on dashboard. And then you can see you have Sandbox and Live. So Sandbox, this is the one we're going to use just to test our platform. So you have to create a new app. So you will click on this, create app. You will put a name and just click create. And then it will create a new app for you. And you will get the app like I have here. So if you click on this now, just to edit the app, you can see we have a client ID, and this is what we need. So you highlight this, right click, copy, And now you're going to paste this where it says sandbox. Control V. There you go. And then click save. So now we have our test platform set up. So later on, when our website is up and running with all the cars and all that, we'll be able to go through the whole checkout process using test details, basically, you know. And you will do the same with the production. So let me go back here. So we have sandbox. So if I go back to dashboard, and if you click on live, we can create a live API. So create app, and you will do the same with the live one and get the API key, the client ID key, and you'll put it right here. This is the live one. And when you're ready to go live after you've tested everything, you can click on this and switch to production and then click save. So I'm just going to keep it on sandbox for now because this is what we need, just the sandbox, just for testing our project. And this time we're going to go to the EA Sync car. And as you can see, we have all cars right here. So there are no cars imported at the moment. So we need to create a new one. So add new car right here. And this is the title. So let's start maybe with a family SUV. Why not? Is it available? Yes. So let's add a picture first. Set featured image, upload file, select file. And I think I selected one. This is the one, SUV, open. And then click set featured image. So this is the SUV that we have available, let's say. Total cars. So how many do you have? Maybe you have 6, 7 of them, maybe more. So let's say you have 8 of these. And then car price per day without any comma, dots or anything. No currency, nothing. Just the price in itself. So let's say maybe this one is $80 a day or 80 euros a day. So which type of car is this? This is an SUV, and this is, let's say, it's a Model X. This would be fine. So car features. Here you can type your features. So maybe you can put sat nav, navigation. Okay, enter. So click new. We add a new one, maybe air conditioning, and maybe large boot or trunk if you're in America. So click new, that's it. So notes, this is for you just to know exactly, it's internal notes basically. And the exart here is what your visitors will see when you display this on your listing. So maybe we can just copy in this family SUV. Comma, maybe sat nav, and then Airco. That's it. Simple as. So that's all we have to do. That's done already. We have our listing done for this one. So click publish. And that's it. So if you go back to all cars, you can see we now have family SUV. So let's create other cars, another one. So add new car, and let's add a pickup truck. Is it available? Yes. Maybe we have 2 of these in stock. How much is this per day? Maybe it's a bit more. Maybe 120 for this one. What type is it? Pickup truck, Model 1. And then we're not going to put any features. Or maybe, yeah, 4x4. And then maybe the volume of the loading bay. Oh yeah, maybe 1.2 ton loading capacity. Maybe something like this. Okay. So again, we're going to put this here in the description, in the small exart. Exart, then 1.2 ton loading capacity, just like that. We're going to set up our picture. Upload file, select file. We're going to select our pickup truck here, upload. All right, and that's set featured image, and then publish. There you go, and then that's that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do a few more, another 2, and then I'll meet you guys again when it's done. Okay, and now that we have our 4 cars set up, let's create a page for our booking system. So first we're going to go into EA Sync booking, like here, and we're going to copy this code here. As you can see here, this is the short code we're going to use and insert on our page. So basically just highlight, right click, copy, because that's the shortcut we're going to use, and then we're going to pages now. And we're going to create a new page. So add new, and then we're going to give it a title. So maybe car booking, just like that. Make sure that the URL slug is completed as well. So car-booking, and then you click edit with Elementor. So first we're going to publish, click twice, okay. And now edit with Elementor. There you go. And now we're going to insert our shortcode into that page. So in the search widget here, look for short. And as you can see, we have shortcode here. So you grab this and paste it here in the blue square, just like that. And now we're going to paste the code right here. So Control V, apply, update, and that's us done for this page. So now we can go back. So click on these three bars, exit to dashboard. Now let's have a quick look at our page. So here, just let me remove myself. You can see here this section. Click on this link right here where you have the small square and the pointy arrow. So it will open in a new window. And there you go. So this is what our current booking system looks like. So basically you have the date, pickup time, the return date, return time. So we need to select a return time. So let's say 22nd, and let's check for availability. So click on this. And as you can see, it's already auto-populated with the 4 different cars that we created. So we have the sports car at $250 per day, the sedan family car for $70 a day, $120 for the pickup truck, and then we have the family SUV for €80 a day. So as you can see, it's very neat, very clean, and very cool actually, isn't it? So let's say if you wanted to maybe book this one, click on book now. And then we can enter our details and carry on with the payment. And this is how it works. So as you can see, very neat, very professional looking indeed. So this is what our page looks like. So very good. So now let's link that page to our home page here immediately for our book an appointment here. Instead of book an appointment, we're going to make book a car or rent a car. And then we're going to link it to this page. Okay, so let's do this together. Okay, so first we're going to copy our URL here. So highlight this and then copy. And then we go back to our home page. And where we have our button here, just click on the small pencil here, just to edit. And you can see we have a link here. So we're going to delete this, remove what's there already. And we're going to paste that URL, Control V. And then click update. Okay, so we can close this now. So let's go and see our home page now. So let's refresh. So if I click on this now, it's going to bring us straight there to our booking system. So now let's call this differently. Instead of book an appointment, let's say rent a car maybe. Rent a car. There you go. Very simple. And if you go back and refresh, as you can see, the direct call to action on our homepage, very easy for anyone to find. Rent a car, click on this, and there you go. So instead of your one stop for family care, maybe you can put book your car rental now. There you go. That's much better, isn't it? There you go. So we go on to the homepage now, back to our homepage. And as you can see, we have our picture. We have car rental based in central London. Very easy to understand. Book your car rental now. And all they have to do, basically, it's a very easy call to action. Click on rent a car and they'll be redirected back immediately to our rental services. So very easy to use, isn't it? So back to our homepage now. Let's take care of the rest. So we have all these different features here. We're going to tweak this around and make it our own. As you can see, we're not really interested in those latest posts. This is not really for us. And maybe we put the book now. Instead of book now, we can use request pricing or request quote maybe. Okay, so we go back to Elementor. Let's scroll down. So instead of flexible appointments, we could have flexible pricing. And then in here, instead of family care, we could highlight something such as, for instance, maybe long-term rental, and maybe multiple cars rental, for instance. So in which case, the form that's next to it, the contact form here, instead of book now, you could change this to request custom quote, request a quote, request a custom quote, maybe just like this. In which case, if someone was to would need a long-term rental, maybe 2 or 3 months, or if they're looking to rent maybe multiple cars for different staffs, different employees, maybe they need 5 or 10 cars all at once for a full month, maybe you can provide them with a custom quote. So in which case, you could use this form instead of having how it was initially, maybe just request a custom quote. This is fine as well. So click update. And if we refresh now, there you go. We have flexible pricing, long-term rentals, multiple car rentals, and then request a custom quote. So here you have name, email, phone number, and message, which is normally sufficient. But if you wanted to change this form, I'm going to show you how to do this. So for this, we go back to Elementor, and you're going to hover on top and click on this section. And you can see we can now edit our contact form. So these are our 4 fields. So we have name, email, phone, and message. Now, if you wanted to change one, you can just change the name. For instance, if you click on this, it will open up. And instead of phone, you could ask for something else. So just type in whatever it is that you want to ask. And if you wanted to add one, you can just add an item. So what type of field is it? Is it text? Is it an email address? Is it a text area? Checkbox? So basically different options. So let's say checkbox. Let's go with checkbox for now. And let's say you have with 100%, and let's put a name, maybe something related to GDPR. So I agree to share my details under GDPR compliance rules. There you go. And then click update. And if you go back here and refresh, as you can see, we have now a tick box right here that says I agree to share my details under GDPR compliance rule. So you can tweak this around basically and make it your own. So this is very nice and very neat as well. Very, very simple. Oh yes, something else you might be interested in. If you go back here, as you can see, you can make this field mandatory. So if it was mandatory, click update. You won't be able to submit this unless you have agreed and tick the box that you are okay under GDPR compliance rules. So this might be a handy thing as well to know. So let's carry on here. So right here, we could change the heading here. Maybe you could put something like over 50 cars to choose from. There you go. And then obviously you can change the content of this paragraph. You know, I'm not going to go through everything, but you get the gist. So just change the text here to make it your own. And instead of our clinic, we could have large fleet of new cars. And there you go. And then what we can do instead of learn more, which is not really helpful for us, we could have the same content as this one. So let's click on this again, select the link, right click, copy. And we're going to do the same here. We're going to add this and we're going to put rent a car. So I'm going to paste it right here. So right there, okay, Control V. And instead of learn more, rent a car. There you go. This makes more sense, doesn't it? So you have a beautiful picture, large fleet of new cars, and then rent a car. Makes full sense. So let's scroll down the page now. So latest post, not really helpful for us, you know, we don't really need this. So what we're going to do, we're going to replace this with, you know what, we're going to put one of each car. So if I click on rent a car, check here, check availability. So maybe you can put this one, and this one, which would be the most popular one. Not really the sports one, but the sedan, the pickup, and the family SUV next to each other. So let's recreate this and link them to our booking system. So back to Elementor. So we're going to delete this. Right click, delete. Instead of latest post, and we could put maybe something like most popular cars. Yeah. And then underneath is, these are the most rented cars every month. There you go. And we're going to add a small section just underneath this. And now we're going to insert 3 columns. So click on those dots here, 9 dots, and select the inner section, drag it and drop it underneath these 2 lines, just like that. And as you can see, we have 1 column and a second one. So click on either of them on the symbol here, right click, and then duplicate. And as you can see, we now have 3 columns that are evenly distributed. So this is absolutely great. So now we're going to insert something new right here. So our next step, click on those dots again, and then scroll down, and we're going to select image box. So grab one and just drop it in one of those columns. And now we're going to select our image. So let's go ahead with this one maybe. Insert media. So this is the title. So as you can see, our picture is a bit small, so we're going to put it full. Yeah, that's fine. So let's change the size. So style and the width. So we're going to have to increase the width a little bit until you think this is fine. So maybe let's say up to 70%. This would look absolutely fine. So back to our content. So we have maybe family sedan. And then you can put a little description right here. And then we're going to add a button underneath. So add a button here, this one, right there, drag and drop. And we're going to copy this link again. So take this link, click on this, copy the URL, Control C. We go back here, click on this, Control V. We're going to center that in the middle, just like this. And this is fine. So if everyone wanted to click a sedan, it'll be redirected straight to the booking page. Now we're happy with this. The easiest thing to do is to actually duplicate this, duplicate, and delete this one. We could have done that before, but and then right click, duplicate, and then delete this one. There you go. Now we have 3 different cars. And now what we can do is just edit, click on this, change the picture. Let's select the SUV, insert, and let's call this differently. So we're going to call this family SUV. And we can increase the picture a little bit. As you can see, it's not the same size. Click on style and maybe make it a little bit bigger until it matches the other one, just like that. And then we do the same with this. Go and change the picture. Let's select the pickup truck this time. Insert picture, style. You can make it a little bit bigger. No, that's fine. It's the same. Okay. And then we're going to change this and put pickup truck. There you go. And then click update. So let's have a quick look at our home page now. Let's have a look at what it looks like. So if we scroll down, we have rent a car. We can get a custom quote, choose over 50 different cars. Our fleet, we can rent a car immediately here. And then our most popular cars right here. So we have family sedan, family SUV, and pickup truck. So as you can see, this one is highlighted in the middle, very prominent. So most people might go for this as well. So let's say if they were to click on this, as you can see, that brings them immediately to the rental booking system. So very efficient indeed. So let's finish up our page now. So underneath here, learn more about our clinic and maybe the reason why people should choose us. So if you want to keep this, it's fine. You can keep it there. So this is maybe linked to the About Us section, About Us page, our clinic. So we're going to change this page as well. So we can keep it as is. So just copy this, Control C, and click on this, Control V. And instead of our clinic, About Us. And here you're going to change the title. So learn more about our rental business or company, whichever, and then a bit of context here. Click update. And now you need to give someone good reasons why they should choose you over anyone else. So what are the main main advantages? What do you bring to the table that others don't? So right here, basically, that's what you want to emphasize. So click on this again. So why you should choose our clinic? Maybe why choose us? ? And then right here, you have 3 tick boxes, as you can see. So just change this. So maybe we could have here, instead of box title, we could have large fleet. Click on this one, do the same. Maybe we could have fully insured. And if we click on this one, maybe no deposit required. So this would be a value proposition, wouldn't it? So if you keep scrolling down, as you can see, we have a map. So click on the map. And all you have to do basically is type in the address. So I'm just going to put a postcode based in London, WC2H 9JQ. And there you go. So this is an address in central London, and you can zoom in and zoom out as well. So we're at 10 now. So if you go to 11 and then 12, basically the bigger the number, the closer you get. So you're zooming in, and the smaller the number, the more you zoom out, basically. So maybe we could have maybe 10, maybe 10, maybe 12. It's up to you, really, so people can find you easily. Then click update. And I think that's, we still have our social media icons here. So click on this. So as you can see, we have Facebook, we have Twitter, Google Plus G, and LinkedIn. So I don't think anyone uses Google Plus anymore, so you can delete this. But maybe you want to add Instagram. Maybe you want to add YouTube. So how can you do this? Very simple. Add an item. Click on this and go and select your icon. So Instagram. There you go. And then insert. And as you can see, we now have Instagram right here. And all you have to do basically is to copy and paste the address to your Instagram page, and do the same for your Facebook page, for your Twitter account, and your LinkedIn landing page. Put your URL right here, and this is how they're linked to your account. And then as always, you can click update once you're finished. Don't forget to click update, very important. And that's us done for the page. So let's have a quick look now. So let's go back to our home page. Okay, so we have a car rental based in central London. Book your car rental now. Rent a car. We have a request, a custom quote. We have a picture of our cars, over 50 cars to choose from. A large fleet of new cars. Rent a car. Our most popular cars. About us. Why choose us? And finally, the map with our location and social media. So this is very neatly done, very nice, very professional looking indeed. So let's take care of our footer now. So we go back here, we go into appearance, we go to customize, and you're going to click on footer. Or you can scroll down the page if you want to, and click on any of those small pencils. So let's go and change the About Us. So as you can see, this is a text section. So we can tweak this around and put whatever we want, basically, So instead of welcome to our clinic, you can change this and make it your own. Now we have the latest news here. So latest news basically is all the different posts that we have, but we don't have posts. We're not going to use posts. So we can just get rid of this altogether. So we can remove this. And we're going to add a new widget. So why not maybe add a footer, a menu section? So we're going to go back, we're going to insert it, but we have to create the menu first. So let's go back here, click on this arrow, now once more, and then click on menu, and then create new menu. So we're going to click on this, and we're going to give it a title. So let's say footer menu, footer menu. Okay, and then we're going to go to next, and we're going to add an item, and we're going to add our different types of car, the different models. We had pickup, SUV, sedan, and sports. So we're going to create 4 different items. So we're going to use the custom links feature for this. So this is the one here. Click on this, and the URL is going to be the same for all of them. So which is it? Well, basically it's our rental page, which is this one, rent a car. So right click on this, copy link address. You're going to paste it right here. So Control V. And we're going to start with our first car. So we're going to put family sedan, add to menu. So I'm going to paste the same link again. And now we're going to call this family SUV. Paste it again. We're going to call this pickup truck. Paste it once more, and let's call this sports car. There you go. And now click publish. And then we're going to click on the pencil here. So click on that, and we're going to add a widget. So we're going to add a widget. The widget we're going to select is menu. So scroll down, navigation menu. We're going to select our menu, which is the footer section. And then which title are we going to put? So our different models maybe. And then click publish. And here we have pictures. There's really no need for that. So we can just click on that and we can delete this altogether. We're not going to need that. It's unnecessary for us. And then we're going to click on the section itself right here. And you can see here where you have the blue section, we're going to delete this. So click the X here. That's it. And now we've gotten rid of it altogether. Now it's gone altogether. So we can publish. Okay. And now let's go back to our home page and we can refresh. There you go. And if we scroll down, as you can see, you have the About Us section in the footer section and our different models. And if anyone was to click on any of those links, it's going to bring us directly to the rental services page with the booking system. So very handy indeed. So now let's take care of our logo now. Let's go and change our logo section. So let's do this now. So let's go back here. So I'm going to back again, and you're going to go into header. So if you scroll right on top, it's all the same. You can click on header. And then from here, just click on the logo itself. And we're going to upload our logo now. So upload files, select files, and found one online here, national. So open this and then select, and you can crop it. So if you have maybe a bit of white spacing on top and bottom, you can crop it and resize it basically to fit the top header. And then you can skip cropping if you want it full. It's up to you. So I'm just going to crop it here because it is going to look much better. So crop image. Okay, and as you can see, we have a tiny logo here. So we have to select here the W instead of the other one. Exactly like this. And now we're going to change the size of our logo. So as you can see, it's size 24. So let's use the slider and let's increase the size. So that's much better already. Maybe a tad bigger. Maybe like that. Maybe 200. That would be just about perfect. Okay, and then we can publish. Now, as you can see, we have different styles. So the W on its own is just the logo. If you have the W plus title and tagline, it's going to fetch the information from the settings and put the tagline. Now, it's up to you again. You have to gauge this basically based on the size of your logo, you know. So let's have a quick look at our website. So this is what our website looks like now. So as you can see, absolutely fantastic looking, very professional indeed with our logo now and a call to action right here and a big heading that says clearly what it is that you do. We are a car rental company based in central London. So very clear, very easy to understand for your visitors. Now, clearly you can do the same with the About Us page and the other sections, and we can also create a new page because as you can see, we don't have any contact page here. So it would be nice to have a contact page, of course. This is absolutely essential when you're running this type of business. You'd like people to be able to contact you and find your phone number, email address, etc. So let's go ahead with this. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard. And for the About Us section, we're going to use our clinic, which is this one, our clinic. And we're going to tweak this around and make it our About Us section. So let's go ahead with this. So our clinic, right click, open in a new tab. So we can close the home page now. So there you go. So let's call this differently. Instead of our clinic, we're going to call this About Us. And we're going to change the header picture. So click on the 6 dots, style, and we're going to select a new picture. So basically we can select the same as we had before, or we can add a new one. So upload file, if you wanted to add a new one, select, and then select your picture. Open. There you go, and then insert media. And this is absolutely perfect. It looks very professional, doesn't it? So don't forget to always click update once you're finished with your changes. And then we can scroll down. So as you can see, we have latest technologies and all that. These are pictures that are not related to cars, is it? So we can click on this here. So as you can see, this is an image gallery. So you can change the image gallery and change those pictures. So let's do this now. So let's select 2 other pictures. So maybe this car and this one. And let's add to gallery. And then we can delete those 2. So untick them, remove those 2, and then insert gallery. And as you can see, we now have two cars instead of those 2 pictures that weren't related to our industry. So then we can scroll down. This would be fine, or you can put a picture of your actual office. And then you can change the pictures here. You can put your own pictures. You can have John Doe, the CEO of the company, and maybe some of your employees as well. And then you scroll down again. You can change those pictures again, make it your own, or you can altogether delete a section if you don't need it. If you think it's not necessary to have it, you can delete it. Just click the X right here, delete. That's it, and do the same with this. Okay, and that's it. Maybe that's all you need. Maybe this is plenty for you. Maybe that's all you need. And right here, why you should choose us. Remember, we did that with the home page. Maybe you can copy the same. Why choose us. And then we had, I believe, 3 different good reasons. So we can change this again. So we had, because we have a large fleet. The second one was fully insured. And then finally we have no deposit required. And there you go. And then you can ask your customers if they wouldn't mind having their testimonials posted online on your website. And then you can have the pictures or not. It's up to you. You can tweak this around and make it your own. And then once you finish, click update. And one thing we have to do as well, we go back here, exit to dashboard. And instead of our clinic, we're going to change the title, and we're going to put our title, which is About Us, and then update. There you go. So let's go back here now and let's refresh. As you can see, the title has been changed automatically because this is linked to our database, and we now have a new About Us page. So as you can see, beautiful header, which makes sense. 2 of the cars that we have, maybe an office picture, our team, why choose us, and finally some testimonials. So this is us done for the About Us section. So now let's remove the blog, because I don't think we're going to need the blog. So we're going to remove this page and we're going to replace it with the contact page. So let's create a new contact page and get rid of the blog. So back here, so pages, we're going to click add new. And we're going to call this Contact Us. Click publish, publish again. And now we're going to edit this with Elementor. Click this now. So we are going to make our life easier. We're going to copy and paste some elements from the home page. So as you can see, we have the request a quote here. So we could use that on our contact page. And we can also use this section here to put our phone numbers and details. We're going to copy this section basically on our contact page and basically use this and tweak it around to make it our own. So we're going to go back to home page here. So click edit with Elementor. And you want to make sure that you have the two pages opened next to each other. So we have our contact page and the home page next to each other. And we're going to go here now. And this section here, just the whole section, right click, copy. And now we're going to go back here where you have the plus sign, right click, paste. And just like that, we copied everything around. So we're going to change our title here. So instead of flexible prices, contact details. So we have a contact form here, which is absolutely fine. And we're going to change our details right here. So we said that we had 4 different locations. So we're going to use this maybe here. So instead of long-term rentals, we can have maybe Chelmsford. And then you can type in the address. And then we could have, so if you have brackets like this, BR brackets, and then you can type in the phone number maybe. So +44 12 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. So you have the address and the phone number. And then we can duplicate this. So delete this one here, delete. It's going to be easier for us. And then duplicate, duplicate, and duplicate again. And then we can change the address, obviously. So we had Chelmsford, we had Reading, and you do the same with the 4 different addresses, you know. We had Croydon, and we had another one, which was it again? Southend. There you go. And obviously you would put the different address, different phone numbers related to the different locations. So let's save this. And that's it. We're all done with our contact page. Very simple, isn't it? So now let's link that page to the menu section. So exit out of this, exit to dashboard. Next again. There you go. So now we go into appearance, menus. And we're going to select our main menu section right here. Select. We're nearly there, guys. Nearly there, guys. And then we're going to add the contact page. Take this and we're going to add it to our menu section. Add to menu. And as you can see, we have the blog as well. And we're not going to need this. So click on this and then remove. And now we can save our menu. Save. And let's go back to our home page. So let's refresh. There you go. We now have About Us and Contact Us. So now it's a matter of preference for you. You can add a home page as well. Most people would know that you have to click on the logo. But if you want to make sure, maybe you can add another one that says home page. So as you can see, we have our home page. Where is it now? View all. So home page, add to menu. And there you go. Now we have the home page as well. So save, save menu. And let's refresh. And there you go. So this is our home page. Now let's click on the About Us. That's About Us. And let's have a look at our contact page. And there you go. We have our contact details, our 4 different locations, request a quote, and it's very, very clean and very neat indeed. Now let's run a full test. So we're going to rent a car and see how this works and go through all the steps as if we were a customer. So let's go on the home page. So we're going to get here, we're going to click on rent a car. And then we're going to select our return date. So this 22nd, check availability. And we're going to get a family SUV. Why not? So we're going to put our name here, John Doe 077 1234 5678. Email address john.doe@gmail.com. So we have our pricing here for 1 day and it's £80. So continue to payments. I'm going to put the address. So number 152, street name, neighborhood, province, City of London, and postcode WC2H9JQ. That's what we said. And now we click on Pay with PayPal. There you go. Click on this. So as you can see here, it says sandbox.paypal.com, which is a good sign. That means this is a test platform. And obviously I cannot use my account because I'm using the same PayPal account. So I cannot pay on my PayPal account using my PayPal account. So I'll have to select pay with debit or credit card. So let's click on this. Okay. So pay as a guest checkout, £80. So we're going to select a card number. And for this, if you go back to your developers app, you can go and credit card generator here. You can create a few random cards. So let's say you're going to use a Visa card and maybe from the United Kingdom, I'm going to say, and generate credit card. So fetch no numbers here. That's the card. Expiry 0525. The 3 digits 594. So first name John Doe, address 152, street name, town we said it was London, county of London. There you go, postcode WC2H9JQ. So we said 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Email address john.doe@gmail.com. Okay, well, suggest a strong password, whatever. And then agree and continue. Take this. Nearly there now. So that's it. So the reservation is made now. So let's go to our backend and see our order. And then back to our WordPress dashboard, we go on EA Sync Booking and we go into Bookings. And if you scroll down, we can see we have one here that says John Doe on the 21st. So we can click on this now. And you can see we have this, the status is pending at the moment. So it's a family SUV, Model X, John Doe, phone number, email address, 7 a.m., 8 p.m. on that day from the location Southend, 1 day and £80. So now we have to click start. So it's pending at the moment, pending your approval, obviously, you know. So let's click start. And as you can see now, this is done and this is activated. And now customers will receive a confirmation email letting them know that the booking has been approved. And obviously you've been paid already through your PayPal account. So all in, very simple indeed and very efficient as well. So obviously the next step from here is that your customer is going to come to your premises, get the car, he's going to drive off, use it for the whole day, come back at night and bring back the car. And then you have to obviously do all the paperwork related to this. So then you go back to your system here and you click on this reservation. And as you can see, these are all the details. And now you need to end the rental. So click on end. And now that's it. This is concluded, finished, and done and dusted for now. Now, if you go on this tab here, Easy Sync Booking, as you can see, we have expected car return. So car rented. So on the 21st of the 4th, this car was rented, brought back on the 22nd. By John Doe. It was a family SUV, so you have a history as well of your different rentals. So as you can see, very efficient indeed. And if the car is still on the road and hasn't been brought back, it'll be mentioned here in the expected car return list. So it'll be listed right there. So you can keep an eye on your fleet. Obviously, you know exactly what's happening and which car is out on the road at the moment. So this is the confirmation email you will receive when the car is still being processed. So as you can see, it's processing here. So with all the details. And this is the email when the rental has been approved. So basically it's the same details except that it says approved on this one. And now before we can go live, remember to go into the developer.paypal.com website and to create your live ID, client ID. So remember we had Sandbox, so we've got that sorted. We know that everything is working fine. Now we need to create our live client ID. So click on this, create app. Going to put the name, live client ID for car rental. So this is merchant as a seller. We are selling. Create app. It's going to take a few moments. Okay, there you go. And now we have our client ID. So if you highlight this, right click, copy, go back to your settings. So EasyBook, settings, advanced. You copy that in the production field. There you go. And then select production, click save. And that's it, guys. You're ready to go live. And for that, the last thing you need to do is just to remove the maintenance mode. Go into maintenance. Switch it off. Save changes. Booyaka! Done! Okay guys, that's all for today. I hope you found this helpful. If so, please consider giving me the thumbs up. We would really appreciate it. And maybe also subscribe to this channel for more future updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.